Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. I'd like to welcome you to another sports replay. I'm going to be featuring today Replay Baseball. Now this is the trial version that I've had for some time now, and I have the 2014 season loaded into it, and it allows you to play up to a certain point in the season. Not sure exactly how far, like the first month or two of the season or whatever it is. But you can play it as much as you want. You can like start it over and play it again, but it only let you get through so far. But you have all the, I believe, all the key features of the game. This is the home screen right here, and what you get when you load the season. Makes it really easy to load the pictures and everything. There's a tab where you can automatically load all the pictures and I believe the logos and everything. It's been a while since I did it, but it's all there, and so it makes it really easy to do that stuff. There's no fooling around with making sure that the names are spelled correctly or the size is right of the picture, or if it's in a JPEG format or if it's in a PNG format. So it makes it pretty easy for it. Now this is one of the more expensive games, I would say, overall, but it definitely is worth it. I think it's got a lot of it runs very smoothly. It's never crashed on me. It's it's not perfect, but it does run very smoothly, and there's a lot of cool, nice features in it. So this is, like I said, this is the home screen right here. I'm also using a headset this time. I'm trying that out, an older headset that I had, a Logitech one, just to see how that records the games and everything. So I might have to play around a little bit with it. But these are the standings right here, and today I think I'm going to feature a Baltimore Orioles game because they started off the replay at 9-0, and this is from the 2014 season. My Red Sox aren't doing so well. So I think they didn't finish that well. I think they finished in last place in 2014. I think they won the World Series in 2013, but it was sandwiched by 2 seasons in the cellar. So, they're right on track as far as that goes. But anyway, the Baltimore Orioles are starting off 9-0, and they have Chris Tillman pitching today. So I figured that might be a good game to showcase, showing you the features of the game and everything. And I won't be as interested in the game because I'm not. I mean, I like the Orioles, but I'm not like a huge Orioles fan. Although they are probably one of my better liked teams in Major League Baseball. I've been to a Camden Yards game, and I've also been to when we were back in Memorial Stadium back in the late 70s. I went to a game to see them then. So anyway, so this is the home screen right here. You have a really nice layout and everything, very clean. It shows you what batters are hot in so far. As far as average and as far as home runs, and the top 2 of the leaders of each one. You can click on them to go into show you other leaders and stuff. It's really cool. I like this. It shows you the roster movements and everything, so it keeps you up to date on the rosters. Uses the as-played lineups. Has a system, I'm not sure exactly how they vote on it, but has a fan rating game of the day. And this is one of the games that was played here. So it gives you one of the better games that was played during the day. And actually, it's it's the only game that I played so far for that day. So of course it's going to be the game of the day. But anyway, but it'll choose between the games that are played during, and this will change as different games are played. And you can auto-play games or play even the games that you do play. You can play up to a certain inning and then start it from there, which I like. Some nice features to help speed along. So you don't have to play every game. Sometimes other games, which you have to play every game, can get kind of tedious after a while. So anyway, let me just show you. Let's get into the game here. So this is the schedule, the really nice, colorful schedule sheet here. This was the game that was played right here. You can look at the box score if you like to. Nice box score and everything. goes into play-by-play, series stats. And that's another cool thing too, is it goes into series stats. It's like if they play a 3-game series, it'll tell you, like say they played 2 games already and they're going to play the 3rd game. It shows you how the first 2 games of the series, how they matched up, which is another really cool thing. I don't know what that is. Hopefully I didn't crash it, which I did. Hold on. Alright, and we're back. I never had that happen before, so like I said, that's the first time it's ever crashed on me, and I've used it quite a few games I played, as you can see here. This isn't the first replay I played through. I've done another one too, and then erased it and come back to it. So anyway, let me see if I can get rid of this. I don't know if you can hear it in the background there. They have like a lot of play-by-play stuff going on. But as soon as you start the game, it gets rid of it. So let's get into the game here and get started.
Thank you for taking me with you to that cottage up north.
So anyway, this is the screen right here that goes into the game. You're going to have your lineups here. You can fill it right here with the as-played lineup. Nice. These are the cards in the game, ballpark card, and the pitcher card here. Defensive ratings and everything here. So.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we invite you to rise and please sing as John Kiley plays our national anthem.
Alrighty, and I like that. I like to listen to the national anthem there, and especially with that announcer there. He was the Red Sox. When I remember going to Red Sox games, and he was always the voice of the Red Sox there. The first thing you hear when you go to the park there, and that was pretty awesome. And the organ sound and everything like that brings back some memories there. But I'm glad they incorporated that into the game. But anyway, so here you can see Baltimore's 9-0. They've won 9 straight coming out of the gates. Very nice, the player photos here and how they've done so far in the season. Same thing with both teams. The leaders, the batting leaders and the pitching leaders for, well, not the pitching leaders, but the batting leaders and then the pitchers of the day, how they match up. And so Chris Tillman will be facing Melky Cabrera, playing left field and batting first. Messer Usteris, second base, batting second. Jose Bautista playing right field and batting third. Edwin Encarnacion batting fourth and DHing. Batting fifth and playing first base, Adam Lind. Batting seventh. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And catching, Dinar Navarro. Batting seventh and playing center field, Colby Rasmuth. Batting eighth and playing third base, Brett Lowry. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, Ryan Goins. And they'll be facing Chris Tillman, who is 1-0 on the year. Made 2 starts, 13 innings pitched, and has a 1.23 whip.
Replay Radio is live from Baltimore. Top of the first.
As you can see, real nice screen and everything here, and less layout to everything. You do have a little bit of action with the base runners going around the bases and stuff. And the die rolls come up here, and you got a card similar to doesn't work exactly the same as Inside Pitch does, but it's got a like a 6x6 card here, with a little extra line here below the pitchers. Gives you their stats for the year and everything. You don't really see a lot of what's going on because these are just numbers, whereas an inside pitch, it's actually like, strikeout, walk, single, um, you know, range play, that kind of stuff. But with this, what you do is you roll 3 die here, and you cross-reference. Like the first die here, the red one is the column, which it reads the column off both. So if it rolled a 4, it would be the batter column and the pitcher column. And then the second one, I'm trying to think. The second one I think is the pitcher column, and the third one is the batter column. I think it goes in that order. But anyway, one column is the number for the pitcher, and one's for the batter. I think it goes in that order though. Red, white, and blue. But I know they're red, white, and blue. So yeah, so what happens is you read the score, like say if it was say it was 3-2-4 or something like that. So it would be 3 off of the pitcher and the batter, that column, and 2 off the pitcher, so that would be a 2, and then 4 off the 3-2-4. So it'd be 4 off of this one. So you add the 57 to the 2, and that'd be 59. And then these are based on a chart, rules book, play-by-play book, actually, I guess you could call it. And they have different results for the different totals. So you don't really see exactly what happens, but it does a good job of describing it. So anyway, so let's get started here. So what you do is just basically click on this. It will roll a die. Shows the batter that it's up. These are the defensive ratings. I'm trying to remember if high is good or not. I believe the higher numbers are better in here too, and I think 3 is average in this. I think it works the same way as inside pitch does. 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Now the outfield, I think it works the same way actually. Yeah, because he's got less range, and I think these are range, but they just give like the total defensive rating. And then they'll have an error rating, which you don't see here, but if there's an error check, it'll show you the error rating off the cards here. Stuff to compare. So here we go. So we got a 4-3-1, so it read off the 4 column. It read it was 3 off of the pitcher. So it's a 4 column on both of them. The 3 off of the pitcher card and the 1 here, and added them together. So it's 18 plus 3 is 21, so the result was 21 here, and it was column 4. So you would look in the book if you were playing the cards and dice version, and then look at the result 21, and that's a ball hit to shortstop. Now, this has an umpire decision in this one, so you roll another D6 here, and if it's 1 or 6, the batter is going to be out. So it incorporates the umpire's rating into it, which is kind of cool. So he is safe. He rolls a 4. Yeah, so the umpire's call. So that's kind of neat. Nice little feature there. All right, and then you click on this.
Outs, man on first.
And the announcer here is very clear voice, very pleasant, but doesn't really get any doesn't get excited at all. It's kind of very neutral. So sometimes it's like, and he hits a home run, you like to hear something like that, but in this it's just the same tone of voice. So, but again, it's very functional, very clean, and very nice looking layout with the ballpark in the background. This is okay. Sometimes it's a little hard to read with the with the crowd and stuff in the background, but it's functional. I kind of wish they would have a how they're doing in the game kind of thing here down too. This is how they're doing. They're replaying in the season so far, which is functional and everything. It's got some good information here. Stuff like on base percentage and are good to know. But yeah, it's a little hard to read sometimes. But very functional and clean. You can actually go into the box score right here, so you can kind of see how they're doing in the game so far. But kind of nice of it was like right on the screen. But again, everything is nice and laid out well. Very clean. All right, so
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Okay, so he's going to lay down a bunt. So I'm playing Baltimore. So the computer is making all the decisions for Toronto, which is another thing I like about this over the inside pitch, is that I kind of feel like I'm playing both teams all the time for inside pitch, and I kind of just would like to play like maybe like one team, and let the computer run the other team. So not a big deal, because like I said, it's not a dig on inside pitch, because I really like that game. It's a really great game, as you can see by all the videos I do on it. It's definitely one of my favorites. But I'm just kind of showing you some of the differences and some of the features I like about this game compared to other games. So, all right, so let's see here. So we got a sacrifice bunt, so it's going to go towards first base here. So it's going to check. I believe it's checking. It's incorporating Chris Davis's fielding rating. I think not an error check, but his fielding's rating on a bunt here. So see what happens. So it's successful sacrifice. So it's out at first, and this time they added it because it's 2 through 12. So they would add them together to get that result. And the infield we're not playing the infield in. It's early in the game. So if we were playing the infield in, then it would have been a pop out. But that's the result there.
Man on second.
Okay, so let's see here. So next we're going to have Jose Bautista. And it's got to be nice if like they put like 0 for 1, 0 for 2 in here. Instead they give like the stolen base ratings, which really isn't something I really need. I mean, I kind of do need it in a way, but that's something I'd rather check by clicking on the batter itself. I'd rather see like a how they're doing in the game so far, kind of thing. Give me an idea. Okay, so in this right here is the batter's face thing. So when this reaches 0, I think you get a B in here, which I can't remember exactly what that is. Maybe I think it might be to advise you to go to the bullpen. It's been a little while since I played this. I just played a quick game just to refresh myself as some of the rules, but I don't really remember all the rules. You can do an auto watch thing, so you could actually have the computer play both sides and just watch the game too, which I've done before. I'll sit there and watch a game, which is kind of neat. So, here we go. All right, it's going to be hit the scope here, and he makes the out at first. All right, and that's it for there.
2 outs, man on second.
And this is I think this is a favored column for the pitcher. That's what it is. You can set, when relievers come in, you can set a favored column for the first batter, and then I think it goes back to the regular card, but I'm not sure exactly what this is. I can't remember offhand. Let's see. All right, so we have a runner in second with 2 down now. Let's ground ball to third. So that's an out at first.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the first.
Okay, so we're headed to the bottom of the first now. No score. So now we have the Orioles lineup here. So we have a leadoff walk, so the Orioles off to a good start here. And again, this is the 2014 season, so Markakis was still with the Orioles. He wasn't traded to the Braves yet. All right, so let's see here. So what are we going to do here? So we could do a hit and run. He is hitting .471 so far. Only 17 at bats, but he's hitting well. So I think we're just going to have him hit normal here. The ball hit the shortstop, and it's going to be off the field as glove, so it's a single.
No outs, men on first and second.
All right, so now we have Chris Davis coming up now. So he's hitting .222. Does have a couple homers already on the year. 6 RBIs in 9 games. That's pretty darn good. It's definitely on pace for well over 100 RBIs there, or not well over, but a little over 100 RBIs, which is good. So first and second, nobody out. So we're just going to let him hit away. Come back into the pitcher. All right, so this is going to be a defensive check on the pitcher here. See if they can turn the double play. And I believe it's if he gets a 2 or less, then it's successful. But if not, I think it's higher, then he doesn't get it, I believe. So 4. Oh, double play with the batter. Oh, just the opposite of what I thought. So the die is higher, so scored a double play. So Dustin McGowan is able to turn a double play there.
2 outs, men on third.
So yeah, there's not a lot of confusing charts to read or anything like that, or you have to interpret stuff. Pretty much everything is straightforward. Like when we do the error checks, that's straightforward. The umpire, the sacrifice bunt thing was pretty straightforward. You just roll a couple die, and then the computer automatically fills in the results. There's no like you can't misclick on stuff, or yeah, that anything like that. So that's kind of neat. But very, very, very nice interface. Very pleasing. All right, so there's a single there. That's going to score the run, so the Orioles get on the board first. Scoring Markakis there so the Orioles take a 1-0 lead.
2 outs, men on first.
Okay, so now we have Matt Wieters, the catcher. Again, a lot of these Orioles are off to good starts. That's the 9-0 record. I mean, look at this. A lot of these very good averages overall. Even Chris Davis, only 216, does have a couple of homers. And look at Adam Jones. He has 18 RBIs. That is amazing for 9 games into the season. Wow. Didn't even notice that. So, yeah, you click on the names, and then the key stats come out. And this is what they've done so far. So, off to a huge start here. 18 RBIs already. 3 homers in this just being the 10th game. Wow. Let's see, how do we turn this off? Just click right on it. Left click on it. Okay, so Matt Wieters is up now. And that's 3 outs, but the Orioles get on the board first.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Top of the second.
And I first saw this game. There was a guy named King Ichibu. He did a video on this, and I really liked it. Haven't seen that many videos on it. I know there have been a couple other guys that have had it on their channels. I know Baseball Demos has done the cards and dice version of this game, and I think he said he owns the computer version, but I'm not sure. But I know I've seen it used. It's got a really nice thing where you can do right here, where I could do like an auto input here. So this is really nice if you just want to manually input it, roll a dice and everything on your own and use the scorebook. You could do that. Not sure exactly if you can like set up your own leagues like in Stratomatic, but that would be nice too. But I know there is. I'm pretty sure there is a way to do it that way. Like I said, I'm not really that familiar with it. I don't own the full version of it yet, but I do plan on getting it. In fact, I'm kind of like reviewing it again and doing a video on it just because I'm considering getting it because I'm joining a league in which I'm going to be using inside pitch cards and dice, but I'm probably going to use either Stratomatic, or if I get this game, I'm going to use this game to do the manual inputs on the box scores and everything. So I'm kind of looking at it for that, but I'm also going to be getting a season with it too. So, but not a bad deal. It's $49.95, like I said, but it's a little more expensive than some of the other games, but definitely, right up there with some of the top of the line games, like as far as price goes, like Stratomatic and APA. Well, APA doesn't have a They do have a computer version, but it's not as polished as like Stratomatic is. But anyway, I do like this game, and I've been putting off getting it, but I think I'm gonna finally, now that I have another use for it other than just playing the seasons and everything, I would like to get it to use it for a scorekeeper, because Stratomatic is good, but I kind of want to see how this compares to it. And from what I've seen, all the little, I like how everything is right here. Kind of explains how everything, goes, so it's easy to input stuff. And from what I've used of it, I like it. So it's kind of rare stuff in here, but anyway. So that's it on that. So let's get back here. All right, top of the second now. Leadoff walk.
No outs, men on first.
All right, Dinar Navarro up now against Chris Tillman. I have not found a way to do a pickoff at first though. I'm not sure if you can do that. So again, and see how this is grayed out here? This gives the result here. It was a 16 plus the 3, which is 19. If it would have been a 17, it would have been a strikeout or a flyout, depending upon certain conditions. But since it was a 19, and it shows the exact scorebook, so if I were to look at the scorebook again, I would see this result in the scorebook right here. So that's kind of a neat thing. I do plan on getting the at least the rules version, so I can cross-reference it. And eventually I'd like to get the cards and dice of this too, later on.
One out, man on first.
All right, enough blabbing there. Let's get back to the action. See if Baltimore can remain undefeated. All right, so Colby Rasmus hits into a fielder's choice.
2 outs, men on first.
All right, so let's see.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on. Bottom of the second.
So the game flow, like I said, you can play a game probably in about 15 to 20 minutes, which is nice. Ooh. So 666 is a home run. so Nelson Cruz hits one out of the park into the second deck, and the Orioles take a 2-0 lead.
No outs, bases empty.
Dustin McGowan.
One out, bases empty.
I think once I get to know some of the totals here, like the what different scores are before while they're rolled, like I don't really have that feel for the game yet. Like certain after you play it a little while, you kind of know what columns are going to be like. Like I think there's certain columns that are better for walks and certain columns that are better for strikeouts, or some ones that are better for pitchers versus different totals, but which I'm not really up on yet. But I know once I get the game and I play it a while, then I'll probably know it almost off the top of my head.
2 outs, bases empty.
All right, Jonathan Scope up now. He flies out to left, so no range checks
One
or
run, 1 hit, and none left on.
or error things yet. So let's see.
Top of the third.
I'm sure we'll get one soon enough. And we get a single here. So Goins is on first for the Toronto with
No outs, man on first.
leadoff single. Melky Cabrera. Oh, here we go. I think we might have one. Yep, now we have a ballpark effect here. So if we roll 4 through 6, it'll be a single. This will be Oriole Park at Camden Yards. And if it's a 1-2-3, it's he makes the catch. So this has a direct effect, I believe that's related to his range right here. So it's a ballpark range check. So he being a 4. So the higher numbers are definitely a good for, yeah, both the infielders and outfielders, I believe. And this will come up every time there's a range check. So it's not an error rating, but it's a range to see if he gets to the ball to catch it. So he rolled a 6 here. So he's gonna not get to it, and ends up being a double. So double center field. This must have to do with the shows only a single here. So it must have something to do with the ballpark itself and the range check. So, because this just shows a single.
No outs, men on second and third.
All right, so second and third with nobody out. So Toronto is in business here. Looks like a runner's going to come across. So they get it out, but the run comes in. It's now 2-1 Baltimore.
1 out, man on third.
Bautista's up now. And it's a single with a possible error here. So the run comes in. And now we're going to do an error check on Jones. So he has an error rating of 42. So, which is not like inside pitch, definitely. That would be off the charts there. But what it is you roll the red and the white die. And if the red in this order, so if the total, not the total, but the it's less than a 42 here, then it will be a catch. If it's outside of that, then the fielder makes an error. So here we go. So it is an error. 65 is above 42, so Bautista moves it over to second.
1 out, man on second.
So the score is tied up at 2 now with a runner scoring position and only 1 down for Edwin Encarnacion.
Two outs, man on second.
All right, Adam Lind up now. See what he's done so far. You know what? That may be his batting, because he has walked once. So yeah, that may be his. It just says stolen base underneath it, so I thought it was stolen bases. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I know this is his record, Chris Tillman's record. All right, so now we have a situation here with men on base. It's a base action roll here, so we're going to see what happens here. So it could be a wild pitch, could be a pickoff error, and I think 2 is when if he does pick him off, and 11. I mean, that would be a balk, pass ball. So it's kind of like the wild pitch pass ball roll in other games. So we're going to roll the die here. And again, this time though, it's a total of the 2 die, whatever they add up to. So it's an 8, so it is a wild pitch. So Bautista's got to move to... Okay, now you have to do that against the... I think his vulnerability to throw a wild pitch here. So it is a wild pitch because it's higher. The die is higher than is a wild pitch. So Chris Tillman is very likely to throw a wild pitch. So, and he does. So it's kind of like a double check there.
2 outs, men on third. Two runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. Bottom of the third.
All right, so Toronto has tied the score at 2 here. Top of the order for the Orioles. Kaka strikes out.
1 out, base is empty.
All right, let's check this out here. Now we'll check check out a batter that's got some numbers in there next time.
2 outs, bases empty.
No, he's 0 for 0 too, so I don't think it's that, because I believe he hit a home run earlier, so. Oops. Miss Davis, yeah, he's 0 for 1, so that isn't it. Maybe that must be a stolen base thing. Just happened to coincide last time. So I guess it isn't a bad thing. Oh, I think this is a home run. I know that result. 666 in the bad way. Alrighty, and we'll be right back here. Alrighty, we're back here. So another home run for the Orioles. Chris Davis puts the Orioles up back on top, 3-2 here in the bottom of the third.
2 outs, bases empty.
Alright, so we have Adam Jones now, who's off to a fast start here. As you can see his full stats here. 38 at-bats, 16 hits. Hitting .421. 3 homers with 18 RBIs. So, alright. Hold on here, get my wire across here. Okay, there you go. Alright. Lines out to right to end the inning. But the Orioles do get a
1 run, 1 hit, and none left on.
Do get a run and a home run by solo home run by Chris Davis to put them back on top, 3-2.
Top of the 4th.
And every 3 innings, the field will change, which is kind of cool. Gives you a little something different to look at, different perspective from the field. This looks like it's up behind home plate, up above, more towards the third base side. So it's kind of a different view here. One up and one down.
Base is empty.
So Colby Rasmus up now. Back-to-back strikeouts, I think, there.
2 outs, base is empty.
So Tillman's, oh, it does actually give him what he's done so far in this game. I don't see anything for the batters like that, but the pitcher, it shows them what they're doing in the game so far, so that's cool.
It's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 4th.
All right. See if the Orioles can add to the lead here. Again, 2 through 6 is the strikeout, because you get a 2 here on the batter's card, a 4 here on the pitcher's card. So that's a 6. And then a 7 to 10 would have been a pop out. So I'm thinking that the lower values overall are better for the pitchers, and the higher values are more towards the batters. Advantage there, like in this right here. You can see on the pitcher's card, these are the 5s, so those are probably not good for the results. And the higher results here, like the 60 and the 27, are probably the higher. And 55 here are more guaranteed, you know, more are better towards the batter's advantage. Now I can't remember, but I think the colored ones right here are the ballpark checks here. I believe that's what it was.
1 out, base is empty.
But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on those. But yeah, at first I didn't really like this system, but after watching, you know, like I said, baseball demos play this, and after watching you know, tabletop baseball do all those the APA games and everything. You know, I don't mind the number of results now too. I kind of like them. It gives you a combination of the pitcher and the batter interact in this one. That's what I like about this, is you're taking a score from each one of them and combining them to give you a result.
2 outs, base is empty.
So it's not just a 50-50 split, which is nice.
And just like that, the inning's over.
Alrighty, so Orioles do not score.
Top of the
3-2, top of the 5th. 38.
1 out, bases empty. Two outs, bases empty.
So if you go up here, I just want to show you something else here. This is where you make the subs in here. Bullpen usage. Different things up here. I think these are like tiredness and effectiveness ratings. I'm not sure exactly. It's been a while since I've done this. And I never really knew some of that stuff too. Bench hitting, bullpen usage, bullpen itself. Well, usage, so that must have been like, I think this is they used today maybe, or this is the last maybe 3 days they were used. I can't remember really. But anyway. But there was one other thing I wanted to show you, right? Was it here? Those are just some little settings you can do here. You can select the different images. Just kind of neat. Looks like you can set the day-night thing, chart book, maybe the fonts and stuff. Not sure exactly what this is right here. This might be the side. Oh, it's the tint. You can see that getting real hot. I kind of like that. I might try that with down here. I think that might help. Let's see. Field. Chart book. Let's see. Oh, I like that. Ooh, I'm gonna keep it like that. I like that. I like it darker there. Oh, okay. So you can set. Yeah, I don't like that. That I kind of like to see the field there a little bit. Kind of leave it a little silhouette-y, but just so I can tell a difference here. But that's kind of cool. So, alright, I think we've got one. Chart book. Oh, that was that one. Card. Yeah, I'll put that one dark too. Oh, okay. I didn't even notice that stuff. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, those are makes it a little easier to read now. Although it did go back to, did it set it? Just don't know how you can. See if I can. No, it went back. So I don't know how you keep it there. Oh well, not a big deal. I'm sure you can learn how to do it. There might be something that maybe you can't do it in the trial version, but you can do it in the other version. Now you can save the games in the middle of the game, which is kind of nice, and go back and start replaying them. So that's kind of a cool. That's a really cool feature. Yeah, this is right here is when you can auto watch it. Yeah, here it is. Auto play to a specific point. You can go to plus one half inning, full inning, to certain points in the game or to the end of the game. So that's kind of neat. And this is where you set the AI. You can do it on the original screen, on the opening screen, but you can also rechange it back. Like if I wanted to start managing Toronto, I could do that. So some nice little features there. Yeah, that's the sub screen. So, and here is the defensive things. I can change my defense here.
Two outs, men on first. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
All right, so we head to the bottom of the fifth.
One out, bases empty.
Track 3, you're out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Double for Markakis here. 2-out double.
2 outs, man on second.
Delman Young up now. He's going to knock him in probably, yep. So an RBI for Delman Young. And the Orioles are up now 4-2.
2 outs, man on first.
A little 2-out rally here. Alright, now here's a steal possibility. I think I'm going to try this. Let's see. Ooh, no, he's not much of a stealer there. But just for display purposes, I'm going to have him try to steal. Steal attempt, so now we're comparing it against the pitcher and catcher battery rating. So we have the whole rating for the pitcher and the defensive rating of the catcher. So I believe this is like a 33, and I'm trying to think. I think in order for the batter to be out, it would be lower than the 33 here, and I think both numbers have to be lower. If it's either one is higher, like if it say it's a 36 or a 52 or something like that, then I think it's so I think it's if you compare each individual die to each one of these. So let's try it here. So as dice are higher, it's a stolen base. Now I don't know if that was because the 53 was higher, or I think that's what it was though. I think it was that the total here, kind of like the error check thing. So it's above the 33, 53 is, so that's a stolen base. So even though he was a fairly slow runner, he stole the base basically on the pitcher there.
2 outs, man on second.
Kind of thinking it's compared to both results, because the pitcher thing being because if it were read just as individual digits, and that means the pitcher is more important. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how that read, so I'll have to look in the rules for that later.
Track 3, you're out.
1 run, 2 hits, and 1 left on.
So we might try that again, see if we have another opportunity here.
Track 3, you're out.
I mean, if it's a situation where it's not going to really matter to the game, so we might try it then.
Two outs, bases empty.
All right, Tillman's getting close to the end here. He's got just a 2 there, so we'll have to probably bring in a reliever here.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
Bottom of the 6th.
Alrighty, so bottom of the 6th. Double for Adam Jones, so his hot hitting continues.
No outs, man on second. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
So he changes the picture here. Zoop. It's kind of cool. Alright, so Aaron loops up in now. Those are his stats there. As you can see, the numbers are different, with the pitcher being different, of course. Alright, so we have the runner on second with nobody out from Matt Wieters.
Track 3,
And he strikes out.
1 out, man on second.
Nelson Cruz lines out to left.
2 outs, man on second.
And he pops out the first, to end the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the 7th.
Alright, see, every 3 innings it switches again. So we have a new perspective here. Looks like it's a little further closer down to the field along the third base. This is approximately where I sat. I think I might have been down a little further closer, maybe the third or fourth row down there. And I went to an game, my only game I went to at Camden Yards. That has a little interesting story behind it. I kind of was headed from Virginia back to Massachusetts, and I decided this. I saw that there was a game going on. It was just about ready to start, so I decided, why don't I go check out that Orioles game there? So I was going to go to the box office there. There wasn't many people. Most of the people that were in the game were already sat down and everything. Just maybe about 10 minutes before the game started. So I went to the box office, and as I was getting ready to inquire about getting a ticket, there was an usher that was calling over to me, and I was like, okay. So I asked him what he wanted, and he says, "Are you going to buy a ticket?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Are you by yourself?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, there's this gentleman here. He has season tickets, and his wife couldn't make it to the game today, and he wants to see if you wanted to go to the game with him." So at first I was a little skeptical, but so I kind of talked to the guy a little bit out there with the usher there, and felt like a comfortable situation. So I started talking to him a little bit as we're headed to the seats, and really nice seats. So be it he ended up being from Massachusetts, done business in Massachusetts himself. He was in the furniture business, which if anybody knows anything about the furniture business, Gardner, Massachusetts, where I'm from, actually used to be a big furniture producer. He used to have a bunch of furniture factories in it. Not so much anymore. But he was in the furniture business, so he had been to Gardner before, and I think he might have even had a relative from Gardner. But anyway, so I started talking to him a little bit, and nice guy. We sat down and started watching the game, and by the time it was like he asked me, "Is there anything you want?" I "No, not really." So I ended up just sitting there and having a watching the game with him. And I think after like the third or fourth inning, he got up and said, "Well, I've had enough of the game. I just want to see a few innings. You go ahead and enjoy the game." And so apparently, he had been to quite a few games, had season tickets there. So a different usher who was down near the box seats there, he motions to him and says, "So if there's anything this guy wants, just get it for him and enjoy the rest of the game." So it was really cool. I just watched the rest of the game in these really awesome seats, and I think they were playing Cleveland Indians, and I'm not sure if they won or lost. I think they might have lost to the Indians like 4-3. This was back in I want to say like the 94 or so, 93, 94, somewhere around that way. So I got to take in a game for free at Camden Yards, and that was pretty cool, and had box seats for it. So anyway, back to the game. Alright, so we have a ballpark effect here. This is cool. So this is a straight up ballpark effect. It's not based upon the range of any particular fielders here. So I don't think, it isn't. It's just a straight out ballpark effect here. And looks like it's going to be a single.
No outs, man on first.
All right, so we have the leadoff runner on now for the Toronto. Tillman's getting close to his end. See, now this, it was, I think, a green color. Now it's this, so I think this is kind of like a warning thing to watch out. Green, ID gesture will appreciate this one. Green means good. Yellow kind of means start to watch out. And I think once this hits red, then it means take them out. So looks like they get the color schemes right in this one. But yeah, ID Gesture does a lot of sports replays as well as video game replays. He does a lot of baseball on his channel and Inside Pitch, as well as I've seen him do some action PC baseball, and think he does like Baseball Mogul and maybe one or two others. But he's a hockey fan, bigger hockey fan, but a big baseball fan too. We help each other out in our videos and help each other pronounce the names of, like, he's better at hockey with the names than I am, so he helps me with those, and I help him with the baseball names and everything. So he also has played some games that I purchased, like that Digital Diamond Baseball. I purchased it after watching a couple of his videos on it, and Diamond Mine Baseball, which I'm probably going to purchase after I purchase this one, so then I'll have just about all the major ones out there. PC versions anyway.
1 out, man on first.
Alright, so 1 out with the man on first. Let's get another single here. Lowry moves over to third, so first and third.
1 out, men on first and third.
Alright, so Melky Cabrera here, top of the order here. Alright, this has reached a B here, which I'm not sure exactly what that means. Maybe it means beware, I don't know. So... So I think I'm going to bring in a reliever here, as we're up by 2, and we have runners on first and second here. And how many outs do we have? And 1 out, so... Yeah, hopefully we'll get a ground ball. I'm going to bring in a pitcher and hopefully get a ground ball double play to get out of this, but... So we got a... Melky Cabrera is a switch hitter here. So we get 2 switch hitters, so it really doesn't matter which one I bring in, but... You got righties coming up after that, so I'm probably going to bring in a righty. So let's see here. I think we're going to bring in Hunter here. So Tommy Hunter is going to come in now. Fly left field, and sac fly, scores the runner. Sometimes if it's not deep enough, it'll ask it'll test the outfielder's arm there, and you have to do another roll to see if he scores or not. But apparently this one was deep enough.
2 outs, man on first.
All right, so let's see. Isterus up now. Messier is Eusterus. So this is again 2 balls.
Two outs, men on first.
All right, so okay.
2 outs, men on first and third.
So Toronto's within 1 now. Ooh, Bautista, not good. All right, we're gonna pitch her.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Oh boy. Encarnacion. So the base is loaded for Encarnacion.
Base is loaded.
All right, here we go. And he pops out to end the inning. So, whew.
1 run, 3 hits.
Orioles breathe a sigh of relief there. So Toronto had the bases loaded there. One swing of the bat could have really put the ball game in the other direction there, in favor of the Blue Jays. 7th inning stretch now. Alrighty. So I'll pop out the third.
1 out, bases empty.
Jonathan's scope up now. Flies out to center.
2 outs, bases empty.
Nick Markakis, top of the order. And the Orioles go 1, 2, 3.
And just like that, the inning's over. Top of the 8th.
I think we're going to bring in another pitcher here. We got lefty, switch hitter, and a lefty. So we're going to see if we can bring in another lefty here. I don't know if we want to bring in... yeah, I think we're not going to bring a closer in yet. So we're going to bring in Brian Matus. To face Lynn, Navarro, and Rasmus.
No out,
Single.
man on first.
Alright, so this just shows when it's on this side right here, it shows that the pitcher's a lefty. I guess it goes to whatever side the pitcher throws from, if you're going it from a pitcher perspective. So that's kind of neat. So if you're not sure the handedness of the pitcher, which you can tell right up here, you can always look right here and it shows you what side he's throwing from. So that'd be the left side if your pitcher's facing home plate. Alright, so the leadoff runner is on for the Blue Jays here. Switch hitting Dion DeValle will be batting from the right. As you can see, he's batting from the right.
They're calling for the pinch runner.
And they're going to bring in a pinch runner. So Diaz is going to pinch run. And he strikes him out.
1 out, man on first.
So Kobe Rasmus up now with 1 down and runner in first. And another strikeout. So Matus has come in and
2 outs, man on first.
after surrendering a leadoff single has struck out the next 2 batters. Brett Lowry up now. I think we're going to leave him in to face him. Ballpark effect here, outer single. Alright, so yeah, straight ballpark effect here. Ooh. Come on, 1. Nope. Single here. Alright, so now this is the third base coaching decision here. And so they roll for that, and that's the extra base, so it's going to grab an extra base here.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Alright, so Ryan Goins is up now. So we still have our lefty on lefty matchup here. He's got 1 more batter to face before he starts tiring. And it's a fly out to right. So Toronto threatens,
2 hits and 2 left on.
but does not score.
Bottom of the 8th. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
Toronto goes to the bullpen. Gonna bring in Steve Delabar. Face Delman Young, Chris Davis, and Andrew Jones.
Track 3, you're out.
Orioles could definitely use some insurance here.
1 out, bases empty.
Zach Britton is loosening in the bullpen for the Orioles. Chris Davis. Dribble it to the catcher. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Adam Jones up now. It's a single, possible error here on Cabrera. So Cabrera's rating is pretty good, 56 there. And it's well within his range, so he makes the play. So it's just a single.
2 outs, men on first.
It's not giving me the option to steal. All right, so Matt Wieder's up now with 2 down and runner on first. And flies out to Rasmuth to
No
retire the
runs,
side.
1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the ninth.
All right, so we get to the top of the ninth. The Orioles are going to make a pitching change here. They're going to bring in their closer, Zach Britton. So he's hasn't pitched yet this season. That's remarkable. I guess the Orioles must have really been blowing away the competition here. Oh, no, he has. I'm sorry. This is the stats for the day. So, I don't know if he has a save on the year yet. Let's take a look here. Forgot how to do it here. There we go. All right, so he's pitched 6.1 innings. Does have 1 save. Has a win. Only's allowed 2 hits in 6.1 innings pitched. So he's pitched at least 1 game over an inning. Strikeout 6 in 6.1, so that's good. 3 walks. Hasn't allowed a run yet. Not an earned run anyway. And a whip of .79, so these are stats on the regular season, so he had a very good year. Not quite as good as last year's, but definitely right up there. Definitely one of the better seasons ever. Maybe 1.65 ERA. Can't do much better than that. All right, so Britton will face top of the order in Cabrera, Isturis, and Bautista. See a ball hit to Chris Davis. He makes the play himself.
1 out, bases empty.
Isturis up now. And he strikes him out, so 2 down. So the Blue Jays are down to the
2 outs, bases empty.
last out here. And Juan Bautista's up. Who could easily tie the game here with 1 swing of the bat. Ball at the short. Ooh, possible. Here we go. Umpire call here. So we got a 67% chance he's safe, or a 33% chance he's going to be out. And he's out.
Wins a close one.
So,
Until next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
yeah, that's all they say. They don't really say much. Nothing really, that exciting. So anyway, that's the end of the game here. So let's get our totals. Actually, Chris Tillman improves to 2-0. McGowan falls to 0-2. Britton gets a save, a second. Chris Davis gets the MVP. We'll check that out. I know he at least hit a home run, so no injuries on the day. So you can exit it right here, but we're going to go to the box score. Very nice, like I said, very nice box score here. You get the box score here. You get the play-by-play. Series stats. This is the first game of the series.